Okay everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video on GT7. We're back with the latest 2 million credit guide to help you earn them credits as quickly and as easily as possible. Now remember, if you do enjoy these guides and they help you out, remember to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comment section if it has helped you out, how much it's helped you out by, and whether you got the gold or silver. I do enjoy reading them comments. So as you can see on screen here, we're in the XJ13 and we are at Interlagos. Interlagos has been used more than once, I think, as a 2 million lap. So yeah, strange they haven't gone to a different track that they haven't used yet. But yeah, we're at Interlagos and that is where we're going to be trying to get the lap done for today's video. So let's go into this and show you how to enter. So to enter these time trial events, you go into sport mode, and from there you'll be greeted with the online time trial section. From there you'll click on that and you'll have two separate time trials. We have a guide for Road Atlanta on the channel already, so check that one out if you're struggling on that. But we're going into the XJ13 at Interlagos. So clicking on there, you can see the current goal time is a 35.4, but remember that changes based on the top time achieved. By the end of the week, I'd expect you to be need to be faster than the 34.9 to achieve that gold, because it should be at least around that level. So do remember, you're going to have to go faster by the end of the 2 weeks. That's when the time trial ends. So whatever the top time is on then, it's based on 3% of that lap time, not the amount of people entering like some people get confused with. So yeah, if you want to chase my ghost also, I have the ghost uploaded on there. We managed to get into the top 10, so you can chase my ghost around this time trial and use it as a reference. So let's get into this and try and help you get this gold as quickly and as easy as possible. So going into turn one, we are going to be braking just after the 150 board, but quite a bit before the 100 board there. You can see onto the brakes, and we're going to brake in a straight line. So quite fast downshifting into third, but then hold third gear before you go to second gear, because then you can use the second gear for that little bit of rotation and extra braking going into the apex. So you can see now, second gear, trail braking in, and then up to third gear very early. Third gear is better for acceleration, a little bit smoother, and you're going to take, as usual, the massive chunk off this corner. As long as your left-hand tyre stays within the curb on the left-hand side, you shouldn't get a track limit penalty. Just be cautious on the throttle as you go over that curb, though. Too early and the car will become unsettled, so you have to be very patient on the throttle. And then all the way through here, you're going to have to be very patient as well. You've got to get the car lined up and get it as close to the curb as possible before you put that maximum throttle all the way to the exit. Now, you can use some of the curb on the exit there like we've done there. Not the best first sector there. I think it was about 10th or 2 below what I'd already done as a previous best. But braking again into this next braking zone just after the 150 board, you can almost see dead level with it. We're just a fraction past that 150. And again, we're going to use second gear for a bit of rotation as we approach the corner now. And you want to get this left-hand tyre to clip the apex of the curb and then upshift to third gear very early. You can see I'm into third gear so that I can put that throttle down and accelerate out the corner. Again, use some of the curb on the exit if you need to, and then flat out all the way through this next left-hand corner and up into the next braking reference. We're going to use a 100 board on the left there. We're going to brake almost dead level with that. You can see onto the brakes, and now we're going to go down to third gear. You want to try and just be very smooth all the way through this corner. Be very careful on the throttle as well, because third gear can get quite sensitive when it's high up on the rev. So you can see here now, gently putting that throttle in just as we finish the trail braking. You see gently putting that throttle in, and you can see I'm playing with that throttle slightly. We're not going 100% because 100% throttle will end up spinning this car. And I don't use the full width of the track here. I could have gone further wide and used a bit more space, but yeah, I kept it within the track and only used a bit of the curb as I went onto the brakes. And now we're going to start rotating into this next right-hand corner. So again, you want to get this right-hand tyre to get over the curb on the right there. So staying in second gear, again, onto the throttle as early as we can. Use that throttle to help rotation. And now accelerate in a straight line, and then again onto the brakes before the start of the curb on the left there. You can see a little dab of the brakes. You're not going to be aggressive on the brakes here, just 50%, and then off the brake, up into third gear before you put that throttle down, and accelerate out this corner as early as you can on the throttle to gather the momentum up this hill into the next braking zone. And again, you're going to see the little bit of grey tarmac on your left-hand side there. We're going to use that as a reference, making sure we're braking way before that and before the start of the green Astro on the left. And down to second gear, let that engine help brake into the braking zone. And now we're going to rotate it in. You can see you want to take kind of a wide line into this. Let that right-hand tyre get very, very close to the curb. And then onto the throttle as early as you can. Just be careful here. Rev it out and then up to third gear pretty early, just to stop it spinning too much. And again, into this next left-hand corner, we're going to just give a little lift off the throttle just to help the rotation, get the weight transferred to the front tyres. And then we're going to go up to 4th gear as we put the throttle down. So you can see up to 4th gear, then the throttle down. That'll stop the understeer and running wide off the exit of this curb here. And then into the next braking zone, you can see going past the curb on the right, just fractionally past the curb on the right, and then onto the brakes. Make sure you're braking early rather than late here, because if you brake late, you just absolutely mess this corner up. But early, you can then get a nice good exit from this final corner. The exit here is vital. You can see down to 3rd gear, up to 3rd gear, sorry, before we get onto the curb, and then power out as early as you can. It's really important to get a good exit off there to carry the momentum all the way to the finishing line, because the bad exit there will lose you 3-4 attempts. Good exit will gain you massively. So remember that, always concentrate on better to be slightly early and slightly late on the brakes into that final corner. And we're going to go over the line for a 33.2, which hopefully, well, it should easily be gold by the end, but hopefully that lap will help you get the gold also. So let's have a little watch of the lap from the chase camera with kilometers an hour on, and you can see again using that gear shifting to stabilize the car up to 3rd gear nice and early, help stabilize it, using a lot of the track limits there, and then trying to hug that curb all the way through this left-hand corner, this long left-hand corner. Very easy to understeer wide there, so just be very, very careful how early you get on the throttle. And then into the next braking zone, you can see just past the 150 board, onto the brakes, keeping it in a straight line, then down to 2nd gear for that rotation, then back up to 3rd gear for accelerating out the corner, and then into 4th gear as you go through this next left. No lifting required there. And then again, you can see just as we hit that the 100 board there, you can see I could have used a lot more of the track here. I could have been a little bit more aggressive on the throttle. The rear will step out if you're too aggressive. You can see it starts to drift a little bit there. But yeah, you can carry a bit more speed and then widen the line in if you really want to push this lap time. I'm pretty sure we could push this into a 32 pretty comfortably. But yeah, for the sake of a track guide, I think 33.2 is more than enough. We're well and truly ahead of that goal time needed. So again, here be very, very careful on the throttle, because again you will spin in up before you go into 3rd gear, and again into 4th gear early there just reduces the understeer and stops you running wide. And again, this final corner is so important to get early on the brakes and then up onto the curb and then get on that throttle as early as you can, because again if you brake too late, you miss the apex, you have to be delayed on the throttle, and it's going to lose you so much time all the way up to the finishing line. But yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy this. Hopefully it'll help you out in terms of getting 2 million credits, or even the silver and getting 1 million credits. Let me know in the comment section if it's helped you out, and I'll be back with one of these again next week, same time. So I'll see you then. Thanks again for watching, everyone.